Всем привет, друзья! Вы на канале Cult Games, и сегодня мы с вами начнем проходить Alan Wake 2. Первую часть этой игры, а также дополнение, а также короткий обзор и на Alan Wake 2, и на Alan Wake 1 вы сможете найти на канале. Кстати, подписывайтесь, у нас есть прохождение всех культовых игр, как старых, так и новых. Итак, первый запуск игры, я ее еще не запускал, не пробовал, все будет впервые со свежими ощущениями. Начинается это все с лицензионного соглашения, надо прокрутить. Вот. По игре я больше рассказал в обзоре, вот можете глянуть там короткий обзор на канале. А сейчас мы просто начнем ее проходить. Не терпится. Да, кто же читает лицензионные соглашения? Ну правильно. Будет автосохранение, как и в первой игре. Эпилепсия, это нам тоже знакомо. Так, тени, полутона, настройка гаммы. Можно HDR включить. Странно, у меня точно монитор поддерживает HDR, но я не могу его включить. Ладно, поедем так. Это что такое? Вот HDR включен. Ну как-то слишком пересвечено. Странненько. Ладно, давайте не будем на этом долго останавливаться. Будут русские субтитры на весь экран. А качество пока не знаю. Давайте пока пойдем на низком. Я запускаю игру на RTX 3060, 12 поколение i7 процессора, но, к сожалению, только 16 гигов АЗУ у меня на этот раз на машине. Но я думаю, что должно тянуть. Если тут хорошая оптимизация, то потянет плавненько. И в 60 FPS я выложу видос. Думаю, что все будет хорошо. Давайте пока так. Посмотрим, как пойдет. Если что, я переключусь на средние, а потом, если получится, то переключусь и на высокие настройки. Так, как помните, первая часть у нас закончилась немножко сумбурно и неясно. Наш главный герой застревает на дне озера, поглощенный тьмой, и садится, ну это мы уже в дополнении, кстати, узнали, там в дополнении много дополнительных по сюжету всяких вещей рассказано. И вот там мы узнаем, что наш главный герой садится на дне озера печатать повесть о своем освобождении из оковов тьмы. Короче, о том, как он выберется из дна озера. Поехали. Я думал, сейчас заставка пойдет, поэтому столько текста толкаю. Так, Full HD, есть масштабирование разрешения, прикольно. На низком, низко-среднее, ну на низких, грубо говоря, мы сейчас попробуем, посмотрим. Опять же говорю, если что пойдет хорошо, все, окей, то включим среднее. Наверное, обычная. Берем среднюю сложность, хотя, возможно, будет хардкор. Посмотрим.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
Начало.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
Немножко затянуто.
This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. this story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Реально затянуто немножко. Но это должно погружать нас в атмосферу. Это что, наш главный герой, что ли? Выбрался из озера? Не, лохматый такой, жирный. Так, но играем мы за него. Жесть, конечно. Глядь, ладно, поехали. Да, пока все идет отлично, плавно. Все круто. Сейчас попробуем. Ну, давайте еще до каких-то перестрелок и взрывов дойдем. И тогда уже включим среднее, посмотрим. Так, что мы умеем? Правой кнопкой немножко приближать. Бегать мы не умеем. И прыгать мы не умеем. Какие-то люди. Кстати, нет мини-карты, которая бы показывала путь, как в первой части. Но размещение такое же странноватое в углу экрана. Ну, нашего главного героя, я имею в виду, нашего персонажа. Бредем себе. Пока все выглядит очень красиво. Твою мать, что за скример? Честно говоря, не особо приятно за такого персонажа пока играть. Смотрите-ка, листья проходят сквозь него. Да. О, можно бегать. Но ему прям очень тяжело бежать. Сохранение. Да более знакомые звуки. Врагов. Одержимых тьмой. это все напоминает какой-то Outlast. И гаммой цветов, таких зеленых, и кровью, и этим всем, короче. Жестковато. Начало жестковатое. Больше похоже на хоррор, нежели на мистический триллер, каким был первый Alan Wake.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Илка Вилли, кстати, это... Ну, это же игра финская, если что.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Агенты ФБР у нас на этот раз. Если помните, в первой части за нами гнался агент ФБР.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear. I'll check out that map.
Возвращение. Один. Первый эпизод, видимо, который называется «Приглашение».
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
О, теперь у нас будет карта, которой не было в первой
I
части.
think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
Тут у нас озеро, Колдрон, я так понимаю. Хижина ведьмы. Так, ну нам явно куда-то сюда. Или сюда. В коттеджи съемные. Угу. Сюда. Так, давайте я попробую поставить средние настройки графики. Посмотрим. Так, стало лучше. Ага, FPS упал немного.
Hey there, Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me today?
Ух ты, у нас можно даже вести диалоги здесь. Так, давайте для начала, что произошло.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Так. Встретиться с Торнтоном.
Before we
Так.
get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Ага, это уже напоминает, знаете
The
что?
Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
Это уже напоминает
The
Шерлока.
facts are on the board.
Кто смотрел мое прохождение Шерлока, кто не смотрел, обязательно посмотрите. Там у нас было что-то похожее.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Итак. В окрестностях Брайт Фолс, это нам уже знакомое местечко, произошла череда убийств. Чтобы найти душегуба, нам нужно установить связь между преступлениями. Окей. Все жертвы пропали без вести в 2010 году. Больше ничего общего. В 2010 году вышел первый Алан Вейк. Так. Кто тут у нас? Тед Лейн, стоматолог. Венди Дэвис, учительница. Сердце удалено, странные татуировки. Так, метод убийства. Объединяет трупы вздутие, но причины смерти разные. Синяки, вырезанное сердце и тела раздуты, как будто они были под водой. Портрет убийцы. Наносит посмертные татуировки. Жертвы не схожи ничем друг с другом. Травма грудной клетки напоминает разделку туши мясником. Ну все, убийца мясник. Мы нашли. Так, Ctrl-C или 2. Попасть к месту преступления, встретиться. Так, ну в общем все понятно. Здесь у нас будут дела по кнопке F. Окей. Так, тут у нас есть карта. Интересно, такой себе домик. Это ее, как там, обитель разума. Можно выйти отсюда? Нет, нельзя. Хорошо, все, поехали дальше.
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Fucking nature.
Так, ну мне не нравится FPS, который упал. Давайте вернемся. Да, будет немножко больше мыла, но зато все будет намного плавнее, красивее и приятнее. Ну, к сожалению. RTX 3060 вытягивает хорошо, реально хорошо, только на низких настройках. Средние играть в принципе можно и сносно, но мне больше нравится плавнее, хоть и мыльнее. Так, бежим. Не теряем время.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Ага, я кнопкой Е достал фонарик. Ну, что-то его не видно особо даже. Ну да ладно. В общем, наша афроамериканочка крутой детектив.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Управление консольное. Вообще игра будет довольно-таки консольная, как я понял. Mirror Peak. Знакомая нам гора из первой части. Окей. Интересно, будут ли коллекционные предметы в этой игре, как были в первой части. И еще интересно, насколько сюжет будет связана первая часть с этой второй частью.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Ну, уже видно, что игра очень требовательная.
FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Игра требовательная пойдет далеко не на всех системах. Это уже понятно.
Now this is the scene of the crime. They found him on the table. Now he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Step 1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Короче, это у нас будет такой себе хоррор-детектив, как я понял.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Так. Ага, будут улики. Ясно, хорошо.
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Inside stab wound, chest cut open, heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Не понял.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Так, есть умозаключение. Нужны улики. Я понял.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about
Да ты что?
13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Охренеть. Это мужик, который гонялся за нами в первой части. Не понял.
Was he killed here or brought here after? So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Есть умозаключение, но тут у нас еще
Multiple
есть
people were here. Multiple
улики.
killers. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Так, смотрим еще улики. Прикольно. Я люблю детективы. Очень даже.
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Запутался, выполни следующие шаги. Помой руки, достань курицу, поспи. Так. Ладно, давайте пока это оставим.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Так, тут вот такие вот треугольнички нарисованы. А тут вот такие.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Так, два вниз скрещенные, два углами причеркнутые. А, тут повсюду эти символы. Скорее всего, это не код. Вот еще. Короче, понятно. Окей. Так, спальные мешки. Чуть ничего полезного в этом доме. Ладно, идем на улицу. Что это такое было? О, глюк над дверью. Баг. Ладно.
Hey, let's get back to work over here.
Просят нас вернуться.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Так, что тут еще есть рядом? Мне кажется, ничего нет.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Можно еще с кем-то поговорить? Нет.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
Так, ладно, давайте заглянем еще раз в этот. Надо найти улику. Блин, может я около тела жертвы что-то пропустил.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
Так что можем залезть в умозаключение. Пойти сюда.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Откуда пришла жертва?
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Так, тут у нас есть досье.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Так.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Емкость. Так, дальше осмотреть тело жертвы. Поехали. Мы что, осмотрели уже, нет? Блин, не очень понятно, что делать. Что-то я здесь еще не доделал, видимо.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Я не понимаю, что надо делать.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years.
Исследовать берег озера надо.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Боится он идти к озеру.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty...
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
I didn't know trees got...
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school.
Это наш Alan
Lines
Wake.
stretched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Блин, очень интересно. Реально, завязочка крутая.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Ага, нужно в досье.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Возвращаемся к телу. Что осталось 11?
If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softy Casey is. Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
А, сделали ей дочь. О, теперь можно выйти. Также появились страницы рукописи.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Окей. Так, давайте еще попробуем выйти.
This mug always cheers me up.
Что тут еще есть активного? Есть телек. Потом будем смотреть, наверное.
Mom may be gone, but whenever I read this, I feel like she's still here.
Понятно.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
Блин, а только что же можно было выйти. А теперь нельзя. Странно. Ладно.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative to do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Пока очень мало динамики, это больше похоже на детектив.
You made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Тут опять день оленя. Очередной раз.
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Это что такое? Очень
I'm gonna go
интересно.
check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books. But he
Улучшить оружие. Нашли какой-то баф. Ага, я понял, надо найти их много. 12 штук, у нас есть только 2. Блин, очень интересно пока что. Мало динамики, это не тот Alan Wake.
can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Не тот Алан Вейк, но тем не менее неплохо. Так, нам куда? Тут 3 пути. Надо глянуть на карту. Нам налево. Ну он нас ждет как раз тут.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
Тут опять день оленя, как и
Need to swing by
13
the
лет
lodge to
назад.
get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Какие-то аниматоры.
Have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Beer Fest. Just a few more days.
Городок не сильно поменялся. Ну, графика прям неплохая.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Brайt Fols. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Coldrain Lake was found.
Закусочная вызывает ностальгию.
Person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Автомат все тот же.
Can't believe that happened. Still feel like I'm pretty sick.
Тут за последним столиком сидели братья Андерсон, которые просили нас включить кокос и лайм на этом автомате постоянно.
Town, Ed. You know how touchy these rural types can be.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Coldrain Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
Угу.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Что-то они не договаривают. Так, пошли в наш обитель разума.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter.
Ух, неплохо.
That's so weird you don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
Это все та же Роуз, которая была здесь 12 лет назад? 13. Блин, ну завязочка крутая.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Не хочешь бежать?
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Роуз стала новой хранительницей света в первой части Alan Wake.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Brайт Фолс Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
How are you?
Блин, и тут все так же. Круто, круто.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay, let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Так, поехали, подумаем.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Part can't have been marked before removal. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Еще одна страница рукописи, что ли? Да, еще одна страница рукописи.
It's the same type of page we found at Coldrain Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page set to get into the light. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Угу. То есть стрелять из света нельзя.
Gotta move. Now.
Куда бежать? Ясно, не туда. Блин, темно, ничего не видно. Она светит себе под ноги, а не вперед. Оружия нет.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now. Vanished.
Так, ну что ж, ребятки, мы прошли с вами первую главу. Двигаемся дальше. На этот раз я буду выкладывать по главе, а не сразу полное прохождение. Вот, поэтому на сегодня я с вами сейчас попрощаюсь. Вы были на канале Cult Games, обязательно подписывайтесь, ставьте свои лайки. И увидимся с вами в следующих главах этой игры. До новых встреч!
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose. A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
But that's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real. Magic's not real. Mulligan.
No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
I need bolt cutters.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. You've only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right, I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government, and that's why at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours we say, fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh wow, you think of everything, and we'll take you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Brайt Fols Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak. The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
Hey, how you doing?
My client has been held here long enough.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah, we need backup. The Brайt Fols case, whoever you can spare, ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. Mercedo won't roll over on the issues. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit. Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.